Hello. I'm regrettably here. I'm not too happy about what I've gotten myself into, to be honest. Okay, so I've got some words to say. Next 7 days? No, I like to be punctual. Yeah, I'm happy to melt my brain today. So I've got some words to say regarding the final night. So I've been doing some research on the way it works, because, you know, it's probably a good thing to know if you're doing something difficult, is to know how it works. So for every phase, it adds the animatronics of each location. So for phase 1, you get your initial starting ones. For phase 2, you get all the stuff you salvaged at the next one. So on for 3, 4, and 5 up into, you know, William's house. Which means that everything that I was struggling with on night 5 is also going to be active by the end of the salvage fight. Disregarding all the free animatronics like Springtrap, Molten Freddy, Scrap Baby, because obviously those turned into the salvage boss. But yeah, juggling all of that at once, didn't know I'd have to do that. And if I had that foresight, if I had the foresight to know what the final night was going to be, I probably would have strategized with the items I bought in the shop a little better. I might have, you know, taken the one that gives me more time at the beginning, the one that gives me a free death coin at the beginning, the one that lets me refresh the shop more, because I hadn't really used the shop items up until this point. So now, with my new perspective, I am actually less hopeful of me beating the final night. But anyway, and just so everybody knows, I'm not going to be banging my head on this for like a long time if it just seems like I'm not making any progress. And I just want everyone to know, if I don't finish this in like a reasonable amount of time, I've got a few bottles of Guinness in the fridge and a whole clear schedule for the rest of the day. Do with that what you will. But anyway. Maybe I'll just get hammered and play Minecraft or something. Okay, so hope we don't hear a grown drunk man cry today. Hey, I don't even say that. Okay. Drunk Minecraft server. I missed the Drunk Markiplier series, the Drunk Minecraft Markiplier series. Provided he had to stop that for health reasons, but...
Oh, there you are. And right on time, too. I was just finishing up that reward.
You almost thought to restart the file.
Well, are you excited?
I don't know if that would be worth doing, honestly. Maybe it would. Maybe I could kind of min-max for less difficulty and to make sure I get better shop items. If it really turns out to be like, I don't think it's gonna be possible, I would consider starting over. Because honestly, nights 1 through 5 compared to this are really not the worst on Lunatic mode, but all of the things combined at the end with this is a little, that is the tale of the Christmas Critten. So if you were hopping in today thinking I was going to be talking, sorry to disappoint. I'm going to be completely locked in, balding. Rip Vanny. Yeah, she's bad. Okay. Watched any films lately? I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie a couple days ago. If you've ever heard anything about the movie, just know that whatever they said was true.
Hello. Quite the snag there. Listen, I've got no time to introduce myself.
Okay.
No, I'm here to help. That thing won't give up on his own. You'll need to use whatever tools you have to destroy him altogether. Hold him off for as long as you're able, and make it hurt. I'll be there to finish the job soon.
That's not the side the noise was coming from. Okay, good. I'm gonna try something. So all the guides I saw were to master Fred Sweeper. I'm not doing that. Boy, I love sound cues. Okay. It's like 90% of Frickbears guides. I don't care about what's optimal. I care about what I can do in a reasonable amount of time. Which way are you going? Okay. I just need to know where he starts, because he always alternates. I was distracted by the League of Legends comment. You just pop in to ask me about that, and that's it. Whatever. That's fine, just give me a couple more. At the sauce. I missed that. This is just gonna be training for a while. Gosh darn it. Because I've forgotten everything in the 2 days I've not been playing.
If I could just squeeze past them. My sensors aren't what they used to be.
So I can death coin, and then I can also duplicate an item. So I can get 2 death coins potentially. Although I know he does take your items in the last phase.
Seeping into the vents. Cut him off before he gets to you.
I know. Where?
I'll find you eventually.
That was close. But yeah.
Hello there. Bye-bye.
Oops. Which one was that? Oh, yeah, it's the front one. I'm gonna be honest. The Withered Foxy looks almost identical to the other Foxy. I forget about the audio lure, honestly. That'd probably be a good idea, though. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Top middle or middle middle? Ah, well. The door is just closed. Shouldn't open that. Oh, okay. What am I? I know. At the sauce. Yeah, I know. Always behind. Oop. Oops.
Before you ask, no, I won't autograph your gravestone.
Audio lure's basically useless except for bullying Lefty. Yeah. That's the impression I got. Okay. Whatever. Whoa, there, man. That was not a very good heads. I watched a move on the camera. That was a little ridiculous. I I heard him laugh, I saw him move, and I shut the door. But I guess the door didn't close fast enough. It was... I don't know. It's a little fast, Freddy. Something I've noticed is I feel like opening the door whenever they're in some positions actually makes them move faster. He was actually... The directional sound with him is so weird. Get out of my face!
He's going for the
Oh.
shock him at the source.
At the sauce, I know.
Seeping into the fence. Cut him off before he gets to you.
Hello? Bye-bye. Does somebody need a hug? My son's please. Now what is that I spot? I do not have time for this.
Me neither, man. Ah.
Music to my big ol' ears.
Yeah, he didn't growl for very long. You circus sword. I should have. This would have been great for the 15 or 30-second head start. You know, if that works on this night. Why I didn't mean to do that. Here, since we're here, let's go. Golden Fred Sweeper. Oh my gosh, you're... Screw the people. 2 of the corners were taken up, by the way. Whoever's told me several times to always go for the corners, it almost always kills me. So, you want me to do this? I don't know if I can do this. Thankfully, this one doesn't have a time-based achievement. Well, there's other issues. Are you saying you want me to pause buffer? You want me to pause buffer Golden Fred Sleeper? Can I start drinking now? You know? Here.
Hello? Hello? Looks like you're in quite the snag there. Listen, I've got no time.
Alright, what do we think? That one's definitely one. No, no, we can do Golden Fred Sweeper. It's fine. Ooh, who is telling me to do corners? I want them all banned. Ban my sister. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Stop clicking the corners, you misread my comment. Oh, are you talking about the corners of the ones or what? Hmm. Let's do circus sorter.
He's going for the breakers. Shock
Dude.
him at the source.
At the sauce. That is actually pretty good.
Leaping into the fence. Cut him off before he gets to you.
Right.
Oh, security guy. I'll find you eventually. If I could just spin the wind. Bye-bye. Hello there. Bye-bye.
Bonnie, go away. Gosh. Ah. Helpy, kill yourself. I want Helpy destroyed. Put him in a jar. Dude, I could have just won the game. We've only been going for 20 minutes, you know. I guess that's a good attempt. So what happened was I had both of the death coins up and I was going to blast through and like basically kill him. But you see Helpy's little window popped up, and in trying to get rid of the Helpy window so I could see what option I'm clicking, by pressing the X, I also pressed the animatronic beneath whatever Helpy was covering, because for some reason you can click through Helpy. So basically those 2 death coins I got were just wasted, and I probably could have just won the night, like right now. That's the explanation for why I'm a little miffed. It was Toy Chica if I care. Good, I blasted Toy Chica twice into hell.
This is perfect. First I kill your accomplice, now I kill you. Symmetry, my friend.
Shut up. Yeah, you know those old games that were like Smack Your Boss? I watched Markiplier play this and they made me like sick to my stomach. Yeah, clicking the X button pierces to the actual screen, which I don't know why. It like clicks everything at once. Please don't get a hernia. I'm about to go grab a Guinness like right now. I got distracted.
He's going for the breakers. Shock him at the source.
At the sauce. Hold up a second, dude. Gosh. Don't know what I'm doing.
Somebody needed.
Dig into the fence. Cut him off before he gets to you.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Man, I feel a song coming on.
That's so cool. Thank you. I don't appreciate him stacking on top of the side door animatronics. That can be a little irritating, but technically I could fight that by just being more conscious, but it's kind of hard to whenever I'm trying to kill him as fast as possible. If you don't know which door he's at, just spam both of them. You can hear me panic as I forget how to play the game. Whoop. I thought that door was closed. Sorry. I complained about this. I went on a rant to my sister yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day after I finished this. And actually, I might be able to fix this if I, let's see. The voice volume, there we go. I need him to shut the hell up, because I cannot hear whenever he's doing his aura farming, his phase transitions, and I've died so many times because he's moaning in my ear constantly. Wow, so much better. I can concentrate on the game. What? Okay, so actually I do need the voice lines because that also controls the voice lines of the audio cues, so I actually do need those. Hmm. So that's every voice line, including his. Is there a way to disable specifically Salvage's voice line, or is that part of the challenge? Or what about voice lines? What am I doing? There. What? I love hearing the phone noises. Ugh. Sorry, I'll shut up. Okay. Okay, yeah, I kind of need those. Oh, wait. Voice lines having a gameplay essential and death clips only option? Hmm. Gonna have a Dako UC in reaction after this. I don't have strong reactions like that to anything, sincerely. Unfortunately. I've lost all concentration because I've been in my menu. Oh well.
Seeping into the vents. Cut him off before he gets to you.
Hello? I like the shape you're rocking.
Thank you.
Hello?
Go away. Gosh darn it. One bad day is all that needs to turn to Dako. I don't know about that. I'd need a lot of bad days to turn into Dako. No offense to him.
He's going for the breakers. Shock him at the source.
There goes all his health again. It's fine, just means I can farm more tokens, am I right? Okay. That's good enough. Yes. Should help.
Breached your office. Grab those wires and launch them out.
Here. Aw.
Gosh, I looked the wrong way.
You make an adorable.
Toy Chica, I genuinely hate you. I think Toy Chica is one of the worst things to ever exist. She's out of my graces completely. I hate her. She's horrible. She's disgusting. I genuinely cannot tell what direction that static comes from half the time. It just sounds like it's coming straight from the center of my head. What am I doing? Actually, I feel really badly about this. My concentration's gone. Toy Chica took it all away, as usual. Dude.
He's going for the breakers. Shock him at the source.
The sauce. The sauce, you say? My bro, my power.
If I could just squeeze past here.
Okay, everything's a little inconvenient right now. Don't do that. Oh well. Yeah, I know.
Seeping into the fence. Cut him off before he gets to you.
So I've been told.
You know you're in here somewhere. I must be seeing things. Now what is that I spot? I'll find you eventually.
I agree. I agree so much. Oh, what? Okay, never mind. It's fine. Haha.
Aw, darn it.
Where?
Hello there. Aw, darn it. Security guy. I'll find you eventually. Hello there. Aw, darn it. Hello there.
Phew, okay.
You have me on the ropes, do you?
I hope so.
Little do you know, I've one more trick up my sleeve.
Well, a little bit.
You've always been nothing, and that is how it shall remain.
My name is Fritz. I like oil.
You'll be forgotten. Not even a footnote in my legacy. When this is all over,
I could have done this 20 minutes ago if Helpy hadn't screwed me over.
hot in here.
Or is it?
I'm sorry I had to do this. But if you play with fire,
You're gonna get burned.
you're going to get burned.
Okay. Guys, can we finally put down the allegations that I'm bad at video games? Can we retire that? Michael, don't leave me here. Yeah, I think Fritz survives. How many endings is that now? All of them. That would be all of them. I expected this to take a few hours. It took about really probably a little over half an hour. I was doing this for almost 2 hours last stream. Do I know what Fritz survives and gets blamed for the fire? I wish I could have seen that after the credits. I wish I could have played at. I could have seen that play out during the game, but I guess I know what happens after the credits now. What the heck? Oh, is that Vanny? Local family restaurant, pretty. Well, I already know what this newspaper article's about. There's no point in me reading it anymore. Local family restaurant, Freddy Frickbears Pizza, was completely destroyed in a spectacular fire that broke out at approximately 6 this morning. At arriving on the scene, the fire department recovered 2 bodies, one identified as Hurricane resident Vanabelle Dulap, while the other was charred beyond recognition. Local man Fritz Smith was seen fleeing the scene in the nude and was promptly taken into custody, while his role in the fire is still yet to be determined. Local fire marshals have pointed out the alarming frequency with which Freddy's locations have been found to spontaneously burst into flames. With this case not even being the first within... Yeah. When asked for comment, company CEO had the following to say, and this, you're bound to have an burned to death every it happens one. There's my setup, everybody. If you want to replicate my playthrough, do this. I would recommend taking different people than I did. Personally. Sheesh, what a downer. If only things could have gone a different way. Ellipses. Ellipses. You know, it doesn't have to end like this. You've said that every time. If I really try... I've already gotten all the endings. Please tell me I've already got all the endings. We've already seen every way the story ends, haven't you? No matter how you go about it, you can't help everyone. Someone gets left behind. And by the end of it, you're just back at square one. Hey, don't be upset. You tried your best, you know. Besides, this isn't all bad. Even if things stay the same, there's something comforting about that, you know? Well, either way, I say you deserve some rest. Do I get like a sauna? Why don't you take it easy for a while? Yay. Uh-oh. Oh, what? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh wow, what a surprise. There's another ending, guys. There's another ending to the Game 5 Freddy faction. Solve my irrationals at Freddy Fraction Bears Pizzeria. All of our pizzas are perfect circles. Okay. Huh. You get a platinum just for beating the game with Fritz? Wow. Would have thought that'd be like gold or something. Do it all together? I don't know about that. I want to read about Fritz here. Okie dokie, yeah, that's edgy. The inner machinations of Fritz's mind are an enigma to all but himself. He does not concern himself with things like a living wage or decent working conditions. In fact, nobody's quite sure what he wants out of this position or where he even came from. It seems this strange-smelling man just wandered into the establishment one day, and out of sheer desperation on the company's part, was hired on the spot. Of course, he intends to make the most of his opportunity, graciously placed into his rat-like hands. As he gazes upon the restaurant's mascots, he ponders to himself, what is the true purpose of these machines? What makes them tick? What do they want from me? And how do I make them worse? While most would consider him mad, perhaps this is all just his own brand of brilliance. Okey-doke. Oh. Scroll bar doesn't reset. Oh, terrible game. Uninstalling. If you're reading this, congratulations on beating Lunatic mode. I've actually never managed to get past Night 5 on it myself. I needed the help of my playtesters to prove it was possible in the first place. Really? This dev is ass. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, in regards to Fritz himself, when figuring out his characterization in this game, the only canon information we had to work off of was that he showed up while the building was in lockdown, deliberately tinkered with the animatronics to make them more dangerous, got fired within a single day, and also smelled awful. I think his design here communicates those traits well. Well, look at all these unread logs. Salvage. Cobbled together with whatever loose scraps could be found around the pizzeria, salvage is the ultimate culmination of just about every tragedy in Fazbear Entertainment's long troubled history, with the man responsible for them all at its helm. This mechanical amalgamation is fueled by the bad memories of the spirits trapped within itself, feeding on the agony supplied by the carefully chosen bits and pieces in its mass. One would think being stuck in the same robotic body as his angriest victims would be torture for salvage, but it seems the sheer size of his ego has managed to completely nullify any influence they would have otherwise had. Unfortunately for him, his power trip wound up being rather short-lived. Unfortunately. Look at all those voice lines, dude.
The 6 a.m. show's been cancelled. I'm
Oh, sorry.
Far beyond you. I'm like a god in metallic clothing. Do you live in fear of what you've created? Don't dismay. You're part of something far greater now. History is written by the victors. They outnumber you. I overpower you. Connection re-established. I'd appreciate it if you screamed much louder. No one can escape the shadow I cast. This is perfect. First I kill your accomplice, now I kill you. You're far below my weight class. Just the way I like it.
That's a little kinky. Anyway. There is, of course, the rest of the animatronics, which I have not unlocked. Oof. Yeah. Sure, a lot of these are also probably going to require the extra caricature unlocks. Okay. Vanny is a character design. Clad in a homemade rabbit costume, Vanny seeks to keep the Fazbear legacy alive by any means necessary, especially the worst parts of it. While always a big fan of horror movies and local legends ever since she was young, it wasn't until she learned of Freddy's that she went from a normal, if a bit quirky girl to a full-on demented superfan. Former friends say she was never quite the same ever since she visited that horror attraction. Vanny has the unique distinction of being the only thing from Security Breach in the whole game. Praise the Lord. Aside from Vanessa. I don't even dislike Security Breach. If anything, I feel like its brighter, goofier character designs would be perfect for a game like this. But this game having such a big focus on the classic era of FNAF, unfortunately meant a lot of newer stuff needed to be left out. Praise the Lord. If I were to ever add more animatronics to this game or do some sort of follow-up, Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic would definitely be the first places I pull characters from. You don't gotta do that. We needed more characters like the coffee. Withered Diddy. Belora's Dev Notes, please. Are you saying that just because, or is there something in here? I swear I didn't make them that big on purpose. I didn't notice that. I don't want to look at this anymore. I didn't make them that big on purpose. I just made them and then I followed through and then yeah. Okay. Freak. Look, I am fully aware that Glitch Trap is his official name. It's what he's called in the character encyclopedia and all the merchandise and everything, but with all due respect, I am not calling him that. That name sucks. He's not even a glitch, he's a virus. Scott Cawthon himself went on record saying he doesn't even like the name. If there's any influence I hope this game has, beyond encouraging people to draw Withered Chica more often, of course, is that I want to popularize Malhair as the default name for this guy. Sorry. Who? Withered Chica. Wow. Some people make games out of passion, some do it for admiration, others just do it for fun. I personally made this game purely in the hopes that it would convince more people to draw Withered Chica more often. Okay. They made Withered Chica a pyro commission. They did. I mean, I can't even argue with that. I mean, you're just right. I'm gonna keep holding on to whatever preconceived like opinions I have about the developer of this game, because my preconceived opinions have, in my opinion, just been confirmed to be justified. Why does she look like that? I think I get the feeling the developer wants to make people maybe have people draw more art of her. I don't know why I get that impression. Yeah. What does he have to say about Toy Freddy? Just quickly read through. I wonder if Candy Cadet has anything to do. I guess Upgrade Cadet has anything to do with anything secret. Let me guess, Joy of Creation. I do want to see about the boss. I didn't realize the boss was that shape. Am I to believe his legs are beneath the table, or that's his whole body sitting on top of the table and he's just a rectangle with hands, a mouth, and chest hair? I'm gonna go with the second one. I like my rendition better. The boss just seemed to appear in Hurricane one day. I forget that's the name of the place. Claiming to be a local entrepreneur who managed to strike it rich with his video game business. He was the only bidder interested in purchasing Fazbear Entertainment when it went up for sale, mostly because he figured it was a cheap way to make a quick buck. It seems no matter what trouble he lands himself in, be it his arrest just a week into his newfound ownership or the PR disaster that came with being the new face of such a controversial brand, nothing can stop him from scraping the bottom of the barrel if it means making a few extra cents. He's greedy and heartless. In other words, he's perfect for this company. Oops. Okay, yeah, you and I both know who this is supposed to be, especially if you've played the previous two games. While I wanted to avoid bringing in any non-FNAF adjacent copyrighted characters for this entry, I can not include who's arguably the most important character across both of the first two entries. Even if his role is much smaller here, I'm glad I found a way to sneak him in regardless. Wario notoriously has no lower half. I'm pretty sure he has a lower half, and boy does he use it. He's got a Brap cannon, and that is canon. His Brap cannon is canon. That is not fanon. But he's got a fanny, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of him. Of his cannon. You know? I thought Wario's like signature defining character trait, aside from being greedy, is that he rips ass and eats garlic. I mean, I could be misremembering, but that's what I recall. Wario is kind of he's gone through some character development since his introduction. Anyway. I think I'm a poet stuck inside an idiot's body, and you guys don't appreciate me sometimes. Some of the things that I say, some of the tangents I go on, you could probably put into like stone. I need to have an underpaid, emaciated guy following me around with like a nail and a stone tablet to carve out quotes from myself. Yes, Brap Cannon. It's a term I use affectionately. Okay, so what's this new ending? I say while looking it up as I wait for someone else to tell me. Get all 4 of Annie's bots, get Michael's mask, and get the files. Great. Okay, that's a lot. But hey, you know what? I'm here for it. I'm gonna go get a Guinness. I will be doing, not... I'm gonna take the difficulty down 2 pegs if that's okay with you guys. Just saying. Plus, I like Mike's build. He could wrap his arms around me, and I would not hate it. Fritz probably could too, he's lanky, but he just smells bad. And you can tell his breath smells like death. Anyway, I'll be right back. Did Frizz get shot? No, I'm retiring Frizz because I just beat Lunatic mode and I don't want to do that again. Yeah, this helps. Okay. The top one flying. I just have a very narrow desk. I can barely fit my wrists on my desk when I use my keyboard. So the cap just kind of hit the floor. Okay. Name's Mike Schmidt. We've seen this before. Okay. Yeah, Fritz went nude. Do we want to let it roll or no?
Hello? Hello? Hey, I hope this message finds you well. Now, I've got a salvaging job in the morning, and I imagine you got a long night ahead of you, so for both of our sakes, I'll try to make this brief. First and foremost, your job. I'm sure your manager already went over this, but wouldn't hurt to cover it again. So you, as the night watchman here, have 2 duties. Keeping intruders out, and keeping all our equipment in here safe. Most notable of which, of course, being our animatronic band. See, the animatronic characters here, you may notice they tend to move around at night. Don't fret, it's completely normal. Even animatronics need their exercise. Stops their mechanisms from locking up when they need to perform in the morning, and saves our maintenance crew a lot of hassle. Now, that normally wouldn't be an issue for you, but our animatronics, well, they also have a tendency to wander to parts of the building they aren't supposed to be in. And you might also lose your office. Because of that, you'll want to keep an eye on them with your cameras, just to make sure they aren't straying too far away from their intended areas. And if one reaches the doorway to your office, it might be a good idea to close either of those handy mechanical doors. There should be one on both sides of your office. They stop almost any animatronic. Just close them, wait for the thunk, and the animatronic should go right back to their stage. Only close them if you absolutely need to, though. The doors drain power, and power isn't something you've got a lot of. And I say almost every animatronic, because there is one that's a little special, though it isn't hard to deal with. Just click that reset music button on the entrance camera every once in a while, and it should leave you be. Now, if you're wondering why a place like this needs heavy-duty mechanical doors, or what all these other tools you have at your disposal are, my answer to both these questions is, don't worry about it. You probably won't need to use them tonight anyway. We just want to make sure our guards are safe and have the means to defend themselves against any threat
threat that comes their way. Do like, you know, burglars, vandals, those kind of threats. Other than that, the only thing you really have to worry about is your temperature. AC's shot, so you have to rely on your fan. Just turn it on every so often, it should cool you right back down. Just don't leave it on for too long, it drains power too. Oh yeah, and while all you should really need tonight are the camera's doors, feel free to flip through the different systems on your monitor and try out some of the other tools just to get a feel for them too. It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Now, I think that's everything. I'm forgetting about something. No.
Anyway, so looks like we're going to be doing this for a while. I'm just gonna pop this out because I have a rant to go on. But how do you guys feel about sushi? I just want to get some opinions here. Goodness. Okay. You love sushi? Okay. Not a fan. Who doesn't like sushi? Oh. So my opinion on sushi, I like it. I don't know. I don't know why people treat it like such a exotic, like fancy. It's like such a. It's not as good as people make it out to be, in my opinion. Like, I really like it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't understand why people are like, "Oh my gosh, sushi! I want to go get sushi." And then a lot of people, whenever they go get sushi, they go and they get like a California roll or something like that. And it's like a California roll. This is specifically what I want to talk about. A California roll is like what? Cream cheese, avocado, crab stick, and cucumber, maybe. Generally, the different places might not do them the same, but that's basically what it is. And that's just like the blandest thing you could possibly get. Like, I like specialty rolls, I like custom rolls, like there's some really good sushi rolls you can get, but so many people act so excited about sushi and then they go and they get a California roll and it's like, why were you so excited about that? You got the white bread of sushi. You only ever get the white bread of sushi. There are some really good sushi rolls. I went with my friend one time to go eat at this place that neither of us had been to before. And I got a sushi roll, and it was like probably the best sushi roll I'd ever had. And he got a California roll. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, the sushi here is le bombe. And he was like, I don't know, man. It's like, it doesn't taste that much better than the other one we had before. It's like, dude, you're comparing a California roll from a different state to a California roll from another state. It's like saying the water doesn't taste different. Of course it wouldn't. You got the blandest thing and expected there to be a difference. It's like, what do you mean? It doesn't taste that much better than the other one. It's a California roll. How much variation can you get with rice, cucumber, avocado, crab stick, cream cheese? Of course it's going to taste the exact same. And he's like, I don't know why you're hyping it up so much. And I'm like, no! How pasty you gotta be to only get California rolls? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I forgot to sell my cupcakes because I thought they would automatically sell themselves. I kind of got to start over now. That's like saying, let's get Mexican food and then like chimichangas. I know, dude. It makes no sense to me, but that's how people are. Every time I go with people to get sushi or I see people get sushi, they get like the blandest thing. And it's like, you are hyping this up. You're making such a big deal about, oh my gosh, I love sushi. You're acting so pretentious and pedantic about it. And like, oh, sushi's the best thing ever. And then you went and got a California roll. You got avocado, fake crab. You got imitation crab made of blended fish. It's just, get something interesting. Anyway, I don't understand treating sushi like it's like a really good food, because it's fine. It can be very good, but it's like I don't understand being like, oh my gosh, sushi. It's like I don't think other people from like Asian countries really like sushi as much as I think it's just the novelty of like a exotic thing from another culture. But anyway, a California roll isn't even real sushi. I know. You'd like to have proper wasabi someday? Oh, you mean like not horseradish with the green dye? Yeah, I blame Japan glazers. I don't know. Every time I get sushi, I always try to try something new because I don't know. I don't like eating the same foods ever. I like trying new things. Wasabi's root? I don't know. I don't know what actual wasabi is, but I know a lot of places that have wasabi don't actually have real wasabi. I think it is just like a mix of horseradish and other things, and they just call it wasabi. It's not the same as actual wasabi. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to restart because I didn't sell my tokens and I kind of lost out on all of my money. And I was so freaking distracted talking about sushi, and that's why. Yeah, exactly. I'll try anything. I tried oyster one time, and I don't know. I think there's some foods that just shouldn't be eaten. I don't understand oysters. I was with my friend and his parents, and they eat oysters, and they were going on about like how they like oysters. And he's like, yeah, the best oysters you can get, they just taste like the water they came from. And I'm like, why would you want that? He's like, they either taste bad or they don't taste like anything. And it's like, so you're telling me, yeah, I can get this cold food with the texture of mucus, and if it's good, it doesn't taste like anything? What? Why would I want that? But no, but they're like, no, it's really good if you get it good. I'm like, no, it isn't. Why have you convinced yourself that's good? And they're like, yeah, we've had some really terrible oysters that taste like dirty water. And I'm like, it's not... Gosh darn it. Misclicked. It's like, that's not... I just don't get it. Maybe I'm being unreasonable, but... I cannot talk and play games at the same time. Smoked oysters are amazing, but the raw stuff is nasty and typically tastes like brine. That would be what I'm talking about. I gotta pay attention. Yeah, I'm talking about getting the, like, just straight raw, in cold water oysters. I ate it. It tasted like, I mean, it just felt like I was swallowing a loogie. That's it. Like a mildly salty loogie. I personally don't find that appetizing. I mean, like I said, I'll try anything. I can stomach it. I don't see the enjoyment. Like, if you have other things available to you, why would you get oysters? that's fine. What's my favorite burger joint? Probably Brahms. It is a... it's not like a worldwide or in like American. It's like a specifically Oklahoma restaurant chain. I believe they're in Oklahoma, situated in Oklahoma, and they only have locations where their trucks can get to within like 24 hours, I think. For freshness. It's kind of like a Dairy Queen. And like their main appeal is they make their own ice cream and stuff. But they have good food too. And they're cheap. Like you get a lot more. I can get a lot more food going to a Brahms for cheaper than like any other fast food place. Cock. You got a Brahms, Missouri? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've spread out or not. Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's a lot of tokens. Whataburger is completely alright. It's pretty good. In-N-Out's good whenever I'm around one. There aren't really many around where I am. I have to kind of go to Texas for that. Guess I'm working overtime. Okay. Never had anything from any of these places. I wouldn't expect anyone outside of Oklahoma to eat at Brahms. Mike's little sprite does just look like Vinny from Fine Sauce. The main 24, I believe so. Go. Hey, rural. I can't say much about rural South America. Do you mean southern US or like South America, the country? Come with me, Spring Brat. Oh, I love your scent. Come with me.
Come get your upgrade here.
Yeah, okay. Talbert's files. Da, da, da. This could be good, honestly. We'll see. See if I can get enough money for that. Probably not. Okay, what's the easiest person to deal with here? Foxy's really easy to deal with. Yeah, come on, Foxy. Foxy and Bonnie are both easy. I guess I haven't gotten into here before. Actually, no, I have. That's where Golden Freddy is. I guess I'll take Withered Chica since the dev has a weird fascination with it. Golden Freddy's literally free. I know, I just don't like him. Minigames. Ba-bum. Let's see. You're right. I can't afford the files. So I have a question. I mean, I can buy this at any point in time, right? Like, I could buy this as long as it's before the last night, and then I'd be able to go to the other location, right? Because if that's true, wouldn't it be better to just try and get as much money stacking items before then? Yeah, I won't waste my money right now if I can farm money. Okay, well, if y'all are wrong, then I'm gonna have to start over, but whatever. It's a lot of sirens outside of my house. Wow, okay. Anyway. Come again. Alright, so that is Springtrap and the gift, and Talbot files can be done later. Okay. Alright. Marionette escape minigame. They're coming for me. I had one Guinness, and they were like, "How dare he?" in front of his child audience. I was done with that Guinness a while ago, by the way. Alright, let's see. Here we go. No, I know, you're right. I do have a lot of old heads in my audience. I know you aren't children. You are at the end of your ropes. Very sad to see. We got money.
Does somebody need a in the wind?
I missed my glasses already. I forgot that was my name. I'm not gonna judge. It's okay, guys. You don't have to lie. I know you're like decrepit on your deathbed. This is a safe space. So that's the noise he makes. It's like a bruh. I didn't know that was close. Goodbye, power. Ashton glassless run? You mean like take off my glasses? I'm not doing that.
If I could just squeeze back here. I must be seeing things.
I saw that one post that showed your face. You look cool. I don't know if I would say I look cool. I would say I look like a dude. Anyway. Solid. Solid money. That picture looks like an AI real filter of my me. I guess I did a good job then. Of course, I don't think I have a very difficult face to recreate. There's two people outside. Huh. It seems that they're arguing. If you knew it was good for you. Hold up. I swear I could do a good voice for him. If I got another drink. Alas, I'm drinkless. And I don't want to get up. How does he sound again? Voice impressions are so inherently like cringy and embarrassing. If you knew it was good for you, you'd leave. Yeah, I'm not doing it. If you knew it was good for you, you'd leave him to me. Neither of you have any idea what you're getting yourselves into here. What, so you can boss him around? Fat chance. You reek of ulterior motives. In fact, you reek in general. Jeez, why do you smell like that? Hello? Well, hello there, gorgeous. Yes, you're just who I wanted to see. But hey, I was talking. Ladies first, stinky. It's not like you had anything worthwhile to say anyhow. Okay, what's this about exactly? Well, boy, am I glad you asked. See, you've got a little something I want. Well, you got a lot, actually, but whatever that other stuff you brought home with you was, doesn't matter to me right now. You know that green moldy bunny guy you salvaged? See, funny thing, he actually belongs to me. Under what circumstances? You know, neither of you should be handling that thing. Welcome, hello, yo. Listen, what was your name? Mike? Yes, Mike. I apologize if we got off on the wrong foot, but I only want to make one thing clear. Certain things at this company are not to be trifled with. That rabbit is very much one of them. Is this the ultimate ending? Yes, it would be. Do you mean Springtrap, or do you mean me? I understand that you're new around here. Consider yourself lucky that you still have time to change course. You should have been here for me doing the salvage ending on lunatic mode. That was ball bashing. I'm taking the normal mode to take a break so I can relax after that. Being around as long as I have, I know I have my fair share of regrets. I think I earned a break. Come on, give a guy a break. If I were in your shoes, well, I would have loved to get out while I still had the chance. Are you threatening him? I'm only warning you, both of you. If you continue down this path, touching things that should not be touched, I feel you won't be happy when they come back to bite you. Like you would know a thing about bites, wouldn't you? Excuse me? Oh, come on, what's that look? It was just a joke. Dude, that's really insensitive. You might think she's talking about him shoving his brother's head into the, well, you know, Fredbear big mouth bite. Fredbear, Five Nights at Freddy's bite, 87. She's actually just talking about the Big Arch burger bite. Oh, well, you get the picture, don't you, Mike? You got two choices here. You can go along with me, or you can bore yourself to death with whatever that guy's got planned. If I were in this real-life situation, I would... Never mind. I have a feeling you'll make the right choice in the end. And just like that, the mysterious white rabbit hopped, skipped, and jumped back into the darkness. Phew, good riddance. Listen, Mike, was it? I'd like to believe you have good intentions with whatever it is you're doing here, even if I do not fully understand them. In fact, I appreciate that you brought that mask back with you. If you happen to find any more, I would love to take them off your hands. Just, steer clear of that rabbit, will you? You'll be better off if you don't get your hands dirty. Meeting a furry and a junkie on the parking lot seems about right. I don't see any junkies. I don't see Fritz here. I just see a purple guy. Is the person who made this game a furry? They made a Friday Night Funkin' mod, so I fear there's something much worse and undiscovered. Furries and junkies are the main Freddy's audience. Yeah. That's just Tumblr. You just described Tumblr. Well, if they show up again, I can only hope they give me more of a straight answer. I was really only grabbing these things for cash. If those two want them so bad, maybe they're even more valuable than what I took them for. Whatever, I need to get back to work. Let's go salvage. Yeah, shut up, shut up. Time for the worst minigame in the whole... I don't know why I don't like this minigame so much. I think it's because I can't lose. It's just kind of boring, you know? Like what the concept of the game is, well, the lore of the game is there's Puppet and there's white guy, light blue guy, and then like navy blue guy. It just doesn't grip me. No, him. Yay. Okay. Now that I think about it, Mike's gotta have some mad halotosis considering he's British and was controlled by a robot for like a month. Man, if I knew that word, I would probably think that joke was funny. Unfortunately, I'm just thinking of Master Chief now. Thank you. What was that? Okay. Door. Balloon Boy.
Hello?
Quiz. Dude, I don't know. Withered Freddy. Why would I know that? I didn't mean to press space, I was just spamming.
Hello?
That wasn't even an option on the last one. That's good. I knew that was wrong. 7. How many tokens? 30. Not that I would know. If you earn 100 tokens and buy a golden cupcake, a distortion clock, and 2 snowmans, how much do you have left? Gosh darn it. 15, 35. I forget how much snow cones are worth. It's at least 50. Is it 20? No, I can't. Say 30. I just assumed they were 10. This isn't FNAF 3. I didn't make the title FNAF 3, did I? I've been really tired lately. If it's FNAF 3, I'm gonna be really sad. No, it's correct. Don't give me that. See if I can get another backdoor animatronic. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait to have to go. Lefty's fine. I can do Lefty. Lefty's fine. This guy's free. Dude is fence slumped. Something I'm familiar with. This is easy. Mangle, I don't remember how she plays. Cameras. She does camera stuff. I do butt stuff. I'm gonna be playing mini games anyway. I can probably take Toy Freddy. Maybe. You know what? Just give me more. Give me more events. I need more money than that. How much are you worth? $8. Why is everybody so cheap? I know you've got to be expensive. Let's party. Oh yeah. You know what? Is she the most expensive person here?
You ready?
I would expect you to be the most difficult to deal with. But no, you're... I don't know how these guys are rated.
Let's play.
$10, okay. Well, I guess I'll get Twitchy again. Money. Was there ever, like, an actual explanation for that guy's name, or was he just, like, genuine, like, Scott Cawthon decided to hit his head on his keyboard?
Party.
Chica, I hate you, but you're, like, $7 better than, like, the most expensive person here, so... Oh well.
Come get your upgrade here.
Yeah, I mean that string of letters. He's Finnish? I would expect that to be more like Russian. Just a bunch of consonants. Okay. Well, I guess I can get the Talbot files here because there's nothing. None of this stuff is very good. Unless I want to use this to get like more cupcakes for money farming. But I mean, yeah. It was a cheat code, okay. I just kind of want to go cupcake maxing. It's not like anything gets more expensive. Just get the files. But it's such a waste. Why would I do that? Isn't that mathematically a waste to get them early on? You're just paying a bunch of money for something that doesn't come into play until like the end of the game. Unless I need it. You don't need too many upgrades for a normal mode? I don't have any upgrades! We're gonna just... All of my upgrades are just for more cupcakes. One spawn's like right here, right? No, I'm just stupid. What about cupcake clear? Oh, okay. Get it next night? Why? What night? I mean, I will get it next night, obviously, but... I ignore that. Okay. Oh. I thought he'd walk a little further. Oh, I lost $5. Oh wait, I have an idea. Wait, why have we not been doing this? Shut up. You guys have completely forgotten about the gambling. Watch this. Bad luck, you win. Not that's okay. Uh, I, 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 that was great. Maybe not. Maybe I won't do that anymore. I'll just reflexively put on my mask now. All my lunatic training is coming into play.
If I could just here, my senses aren't what they used to be.
Right, lefty. Where are you? Wouldn't worry about him. I don't like you, lefty. What? Inventory full? That's possible? Darn it. This is gameplay. Right. Don't forget about that guy.
I know you're in here somewhere. My senses aren't what they used to be.
We can chill. Bitcoin and mining. Just think of all the money I have. Oh. Oh my gosh, Lefty. No. Insane. Yeah, baby. You know, I can't help but wonder what it is you're trying to accomplish here. Is your boss giving you a bonus for these? Or are you just curious what might happen? I just struggle to see what your motive is here. Especially when I doubt you even know what these things even are. The rabbit, for example. Do you know who or what exactly he is? Listen, whatever they are, I've been handling them fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm more concerned with what consequences freeing him and the others will have. Consequences you clearly don't grasp the weight of. Listen, let me tell you about this friend I once knew. He's a bit rough around the edges, made plenty of mistakes, but he had a good heart. Always wanted to do the right thing, you know, and I like that part about him. And he was also horribly stubborn. He had this harebrained plan, and he insisted he'd do it all himself. His cross to bear, so he said. He became obsessed, fully submerged in his work. Maybe because he was in over his head, or maybe just to try and drown out his guilt. But soon, he began meddling with forces far outside his control. Do you want to know what happened to him? He turned up dead, his brain splattered across the walls of his study. Maybe you won't realize it now, maybe you won't even realize it until after it's too late. But you'll come to realize these things were sealed away for a reason. Yeah, whatever. And so the man vanishes back into the darkness yet again. His stare seems to pierce right through you as he walks away. Creepy. I'm never getting a straight answer from anyone around here, am I? Who does this guy think he is to tell me what to do? It's not like he's the one who signs my checks. And like I can't handle myself. I'm not that incompetent. Whatever, if I keep at this, it'll be on my own terms. If I stick the course long enough, maybe I can finally find out what's going on here. Yeah, sure. Whatever. We love the stellar British voice. Good thing I wasn't trying to do British.
Come get your upgrade here.
Alright. So I'll get Talbot's files. Don't you worry your pretty little head about that. There's Malhair. Don't call him anything else. Hmm. Whoops. Yeah, I've done this properly too many times. I'm just gonna not think about it and just hope it goes well. Well, that's not working out very well for me. Gosh darn it. Every time. Sounded pretty Birmingham. I think that's just my raspy voice. What a fun minigame. I love it. I don't want to talk to Bear 5. I don't think he has very many. I don't know if he has anything good to say to me. Really? Okay. How have I forgotten this? Is it not 935395? I don't know. I was just being dumb. I don't know why my brain wasn't lining up with the numbers I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, sure. Scrap Baby, you are so tall and I love it for you. I don't know why being tall makes you think you have so many words you can say to me to waste my time. I'm never getting helpy again. Screw you. Die, even. I'm never getting Music Man again either because I hated him. Genuinely. I had him on easy mode and he was still so annoying. What do you do? Camera flips. You're usually not an issue. Honestly, I don't mind the power outage. It's fine. I can deal with it. And Hippo... Let me think. How much do you cost? You're usually not too much of an issue either. $6? You're kind of an issue for $6. Am I also purplish in color? Sometimes when I forget to breathe, but usually not. Yeah, I'll take Malhair. So loud. So much money, so much money. Okay. Talbot Files, eat your heart out. really not getting a whole lot of good items, to be honest. I don't really care about this. I guess I'll take Head Start just because I can probably do some stuff with it. I don't know, none of the items I've gotten have been very useful. I don't think I've gotten many useful things. Whatever, man. Okay. Shut up. Everybody is now active. Which means Lefty is gonna have to be managed. Oh boy. Crud. Alright, Lefty should be stuck then, hopefully. Yeah, the tablet files were already released. Thankfully. I was not in them, by the way, just so we're clear.
If I could just squeeze past you.
That's fine. I don't care. I spend all of my time in my computer anyway. Yeah. Why are Springtrap's feet so big? Would love some power upgrades. Oh well. Alright, I should probably stop playing games so I don't waste all my tokens on power. So your power does not really go down when you don't do anything, thankfully. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, I accidentally bought more power. Baby Abraham Lincoln, what? Yeah, whatever, man.
If I could just squeeze my big butt past here. My sensors aren't what they used to be.
Yeah, you know, after doing salvage on Lunatic, this really is not the worst thing ever. I would almost say I'm competent. It's her. Alright, you jerk, give it up. What's your angle here? My what? Don't play dumb with me. I know you're up to something. Do you really expect me to believe the whole newbie shtick, huh? Some guy just shows up someday and somehow knows exactly what to do, what to grab, exactly how to deal with it. No, you're someone else. I don't know who, but I know who you are. Because if you weren't, Springtrap would have gutted you like a fish by now. Just doing my job is considered suspicious? Jeez, I really am a slacker. Listen, lady, I didn't even know about this place until the job counselor pointed me to it. I'm just some guy. I've got nothing to hide. Oh, really? So you mean to tell me you don't know anything about the company's history? The Bite, the Big Bite, the Big Mac, the Big Arch, Freddy Faz Cola Recall, the MCI, the Military Industrial Complex? I mean, the Missing Children incident, none of that rings a bell? The MC what? Are you talking about Ashlock's Tomodachi Life series? Yeah, the MCI. Surely you've at least heard of that, right? No. You mean to tell me you haven't heard of the single most infamous event in this company's entire history? I should have figured. After all, if you did, I doubt you would still be... You know what? Why don't I tell you about it? Vanny is aware of Military Industrial Complex Island, thank goodness. Do you think I have a chance with her? I'm getting a little tired of Toy Chica. It's time for a new side piece. I never even had a main piece. Pretty run down these days, huh? But that wasn't always the case. Back in the 80s, gosh, Freddy's was the place to be. Everyone and their grandmother wanted to hang out here. If you were a kid, you wouldn't be caught dead anywhere else. Yeah, well, you get what I mean. Kids loved the place. I'm sure you can imagine how big the crowds were here. But among those happy crowds, there were a few kids who weren't so happy. The lonely ones, the ones who had trouble making friends. There they sat, far away from the crowds, all on their own, all sad and lonely. Until one day, a friend came their way. A man, one of the place's performers, actually. He loved putting smiles on kids' faces, so he'd seek out the loneliest ones he could find. And hoo boy, was he good at his job. He'd help them beat the arcade games, sneak them toys from behind the prize counter. Corner. Stuff like that. and the kids absolutely adored him. I mean, who wouldn't? Eventually, those kids' birthdays would come around. Nobody would show up, of course. That is, except for the man. Why the long face, he'd say. Did you not like the gift I got for you? Oh, silly me, you must not have found it yet. I should have known. Here, I'll show you to it. Follow me. They'd follow along, of course. Who would they be to not trust their best friend? He brought them to a back room and a corner of the pizzeria. Few ever looked, and fewer ever ventured to. Are you ready? Close your eyes, he'd say as he ushered them into the room. They went in, he followed behind. Just as they opened their eyes, he hurt my ears. There were 4 children total. Police never found any of them. Police never found the man either. Do you want to know the funniest part? That man, he's been right with you this whole time. Haha, that's right. You've been housing a killer in these walls this entire time. But you'll think twice about handling those animatronics now, because, what, haunted? Yeah, I heard. Vanny, yeah. That's so rude. What? Yeah, I read an article about those missing kids during my first shift. I knew about it, I just didn't know it was called whatever the acronym was. You total jerk. You really couldn't have led with that. Great, so this whole story is for nothing. Why did I even bother showing up? Okay, fine. No more dressing this up. Let me make this simple. Keep your hands off those robots. They're not yours to keep. Deflated, the white rabbit returns to the darkness. I didn't know that thing was the killer, though. Creepy. But whatever she wants him for could be a hell of a lot creepier. I hate being in the middle of this, but I guess that's on me for taking the job. You're really level-headed about this, Mike. Well, it's too late to stop now, and I'm definitely not giving these things to her. There's only one more of both of these things, right? Wouldn't hurt to complete the set, would it? Mike the Rage Baiter. That's in character. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and take... Well, I take Dreadbear. He's pretty easy to deal with, honestly. He'd mix me up like a couple times. You know who I'm not going to be taking anymore? I'm not going to be taking you! Pinches your cheeks, points my big, fat, greasy finger covered in Dorito dust at you. I'm not taking you anymore. Screw you, Plush Trap. Ugh. What? Cheater. Crud. My greed has never failed me before. I did not mean to do that. My mouse buttons are just so easy to press. I need weighted mouse keys. What? What could I? That was dumb. Get bent. I've never had trouble on this before. Okay. Well, good. What am I supposed to do here? I feel like there's not really a space being made for me like previously. Okay, are we good? Are we on a good cycle now? Thank you. There we go. Taking a big poo simulator? What? No. You're fine. I mean, what? You're fine. As long as Chica doesn't spawn on you, you're fine, usually. Nightmare Balloon can just... You know what? I was gonna say something mean about him. He's fine. Just doing his job like me, you know? Yeah. Sorry, you aren't gonna be reading any of this because I don't have the patience to reread stuff I've already read. Dreadbear's actually really easy to deal with too. Dreadbear. Yum yum Dreadbear. Happy Halloween, man. Slaps you on your gigantic mechanical glutes. I am absolutely flabbergasted and pushed back by the Air Force produced by this action. My hair is completely stuck, flung back as if I had just been hit by a strong gust of wind. It is essentially gelled in place like a cartoon character that just got hit by an explosion. I'm not acknowledging the jitlings. I'm not gonna lie, Fredbear, you are kind of worth more than you're actually like a problem to deal with, but whatever, I don't care.
Come get your upgrade here.
Yeah, whatever. That's good. That's good. Okay, now we can get some good stuff. Okay. Retina Burner would be good. So would Power AC. If only I had... Actually, wait, I can get both of those, can't I? Okay. I will get Retina Burner and Power AC, I think. Okay. Employee discount? Meh. Meh. Isn't this where I got caught through like a wall? Anyway. Through the other door, it's fine. Stop that. I wonder, especially on like whenever I was doing lunatic mode and salvage on lunatic mode, the last night and the 6th night. Well, sorry, the 5th and 6th night, I should say. I wonder if you guys could really understand just how many sound cues I was responding to the entire time with my camera still up. Because it was just like sound cue, sound cue, sound cue the entire time over each other. It's
If I could just squeeze past here. I must be seeing things.
just get distortion clocks. I'll play the game however I want, thank you. Yes, I am at the point where I can just basically instantly end the night as soon as I have enough money. Which is funny. Sorry, I forgot what that sound cue sounded like. Springtrap got a little close there. Where's Lefty at? Oh, thank goodness Lefty went where I wanted him to. Yeah, I know the exact clip you're talking about. That is a good one. Yeah. Goodbye, game. I have seen so many absolutely like vile, abhorrent captions put on that GIF, but I'm not gonna say any of them. They were all funny though. Well, it seems that despite our best efforts to warn you, you still wound up seeing this thing through to the end. Seriously, what is your deal? Are you just doing this for fun? You didn't make anyone happy here. All you did was tick us off. For once, I agree with her. This really accomplished nothing. Our goals are fundamentally incompatible. If this was your way of finding compromise between us, I'm afraid it was all in vain. If you want to do any good with what you've collected here, you'll need to choose between us. He's not going to side with you, that's for sure. But I also doubt he'll want to side with me either, considering all the stuff I said last night. But hey, water under the bridge, eh? We got 4 lovely little animatronics here. Why don't we let bygones be bygones and make the most out of them? It'll be sure to reward you handsomely if you do. Am I gonna get a call from my boss about the files now? If you're smart, you won't fall for such an obvious bribe. Listen, I understand that we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. Oh, but you do still have one last chance to do some good here. Hand over these masks. You never have to hear from either of us like, oh, that's good. That's a good deal. Then you'll be free to do whatever it is you're trying to do here. We make the right choice. Look, if you just... Oh, who's that? It's my boss. Wow! So, everything alright? Not getting fired, am I? No! Everything is... No, I'm not gonna do it. Everything is not alright. When are you gonna tell me about these files, huh? Files? What files? Is there another guy with you? Yeah, I'll put you on speaker. Hi there, Mr. Boss Man. Hey, chump, it's me, the... Hey, wait a second, I recognize that voice. You're that creep who's been loitering outside my restaurant. And you, the other guy, you two are trying to swindle my employees away, aren't you? Ah, so you're the one who's decided to keep this walking corpse of a brand alive. I have to say, you're certainly living up to everything I've expected you to be. Some nerve. Don't think I can't see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to get my employees to do your dirty work for you, when the only person they do unpaid work for is me. I get lost before you cost me any more of my time. My employee needs to get back to what really matters here. Making me rich! Rich! Oh, what really matters. He snatched the phone right out of your hands. If you cared about what really mattered, you wouldn't have bought this company in the first place. Dragging on its miserable legacy, all for a couple pennies, you're absolutely despicable. Psh, yeah, not to mention nowhere near as charming as the old owner. Quiet, you're not a part of it. Shut up, shut up. Vanny, shut up. For what? Come to think of it, I wouldn't exactly call you charming either. You're both obnoxious. Oh, please, you wouldn't know the first thing about what makes a good manager. Do either of you have any idea what kinds of decisions I have to make? Like just last week, my favorite pizza place jacked up the price on their garlic powder pizza. Oh, he is Wario. So I had to fire half my staff to maintain a profit. You own? Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. You furrow your brow watching the scene unfold in front of you. Thinking about... I also burrow my frow on an unrelated note. Thinking about your actions over the past few days, you wonder why you even went through any of it. Why? You took on so much unnecessary extra work for this job, and for what? For people who only care about themselves, so you can just get fired all over again? You grit your teeth. Everybody's playing you for a fool, keeping you just enough in the dark so you'll help them. Why should you help someone who won't tell you everything, right? But maybe the answer you seek are closer than you realize. Your hand drifts into your pocket, awkwardly looking for somewhere to put it, and that's when you feel it. Those files you brought earlier. Bought. You don't know who Talbert is, but without even opening them, you can sense it. The history everyone hid from you. Until now, if you're only a few turns of the page away from the context you seek, then why don't we read them together? Ooh. The company's new president is putting in one hell of an effort to save what little face we have left before the sale goes through. All the documents in this folder were supposed to be destroyed, now's the one put in charge of destroying them, but screw him. I've put up with being a corporate slave long enough. People deserve the truth, and even if it costs me my job, even if it costs me everything, they'll get it. This folder contains everything. Documentation on every single tragedy the company so desperately wants covered up. Do with it what you will. From Clark. Ah. Children disappear. Parents blame local diner. Okay. Can't really read that. Police report. Location Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Dates redacted. Persons of interest. Himley. Hemlock. That'd be so cool. What if you know how the Springlocks killed William after he became Springtrap? What if Henry got killed by Water Hemlock and he became Hemlock himself as like this sort of Batman Poison Ivy type villainess, except he would be more of a villain and less of a villainess on account of being a man, but he would be just as sexy and people would cosplay him at like Comic-Con in Dallas specifically. Anyway, Ralph Callahan, William Afton. Lorem ipsum, I'm not reading. I don't care. Do not let them find out. I had one beer like an hour ago. Do not let them find out about the murder robot bunker. Illusion disc. I thought that was like a fruitcake. Or like a chocolate coin. Be careful, hostile. That's a lot of stuff here. Login treat 91204. We've been hemorrhaging money for close to 2 decades now. Our cost-cutting measures bought us some time, but it certainly didn't do any favors for our reputation. By all means, this company is a sinking ship. But I'm its captain. You know how the saying goes. The fact of the matter is that my job here is far from over. Those spirits are still trapped inside my machines, and if this company goes under, they'll still be there. At first, I found the very concept of this almost impossible to fathom. I fear to fathom. Chapter 7. But it's thanks to, well, let's call him a friend that I've finally... Is it chapter 6 or chapter 7? 6, 7? Let's call him a friend that I've finally begun to wrap my head around it. Why did I forgot. Where am I again? Am I streaming right now? Am I live? Are you guys here? Let's call him a friend, that I finally began to wrap my head around it. In fact, that same friend seems to know how they can be set free. It does pain me to do this to my own creations, but it's what needs to be done. The pieces have been put in place. Things will be made right soon enough. 9/17/04. It didn't work. I was so sure that it would. Everything was set up properly. The execution went exactly how we planned it. It should have worked. Why didn't it work? I've begun seeing. I hate reading so long. I stopped being able to read. I began seeing them here, out there, everywhere, around the corners, down hallways, shadows dancing in the fringes of my vision, even in the corners of my own home, anywhere the light doesn't reach. These four have had their bodies laid to rest. Their killer has long since faced justice for what he's done. Their cages have been reduced to nothing but ash. By all our knowledge, there isn't anything more they could need, and yet, this puzzle hasn't been completed. At first, I thought, what more could they want? But no, that isn't the question we need to be asking. I've worked with plenty of children, and if they want something, they'll let you know it. Bless their little hearts. No, what I should be asking is, if the picture isn't complete, then what's the missing piece? I'll need to dig... I'll need to dig deeper. I'll need to get big and fat and rub my big oily belly. I can't believe he would say that. That's like, I don't know. I guess that kind of just ruined the mood. Like that was a little, you know, a little out of touch for him to say that. It's kind of crazy. I finally found it. My hands are shaking as I write this. Perhaps I should calm myself, but I find myself unable to wait to document this revelation. There's one less loose end we had yet to tie up. Someone we had forgotten about. I'll be doing this on my own, but my associate has been of great help. But I do not wish to burden him with this. After all, this has always been my cross to bear. Bear 5. It is entirely possible that I won't make it back to tell the tale, but that does not concern me any longer. As long as those four can finally move on, as long as she can move on, it's time I finally tie this last loose end. Oh, that's mildly... it's whatever. Poor Henry. He never did make it back to tell the tale. Oh, psychic friend Fred Bear. Friend Bear. Hey, Mike, buddy. What do you think you're doing here, huh? Come on, old pal. You know a little watchman like yourself shouldn't be sticking their nose in confidential company files. Why don't you just hand over that little old folder and things can go on just as they should, yeah? After all, I'm sure you wouldn't want to end up like Henry. You, aren't gonna give it back, are you? Alright. Alright, I get it. I see what you're trying to do here. You think by collecting all these artifacts, by bringing them all together in one place, you can save everyone, don't you? Free all those poor little souls. And destroy everything we've built up here in the process. Am I... Is anyone else getting, like, Genocide Route Sans vibes? This is making my blood run cold and my pimples goose. You know? Well, have you considered... Maybe things are better this way? Come on, Mike, you see it too, don't you? They love it here. Those poor kids. Who knows what waits for them on the other side, am I right? But here they've got friends to make, games to play, smiles to bring. And somehow you think that's a bad thing. You know what? Maybe you just don't have the right perspective on everything. Here, Mike. Why don't I show you? Ooh, a 3D render. Frick tip, give up. Really do hate to do this to you, you know. You're one of my favorites. But hey, I think I know a way I can make it up to you. How about a little trip down memory lane? Platform. Oh, yeah. This is just WarioWare. I'm playing as Mike. Eat. I love this. This is great. Pick me. There he is. What? Okay. Float. Oh, I got a lot of practice for this. I hope it doesn't ask me to play Minesweeper. That was... sorry, that was a little slow. Okie dokie. Here we go. Input. Level up. Cupcake. Float. Oh, yeah, baby. This is so funky. Oh, gosh, it's mouse controls. But sorry. I haven't seen your whole body very often. Quiz, spell my name. I don't know. Okay. Gotcha. We could keep playing like this forever. Well, as in... we as in me and the other kids. I still kind of have to kill you. Okay. Shock. Okay. What? Gotcha. I understand now. Eat. Yank. I just have to get to 20, right? I almost picked Fritz. Can I backspace? We got it. Okay. I'm not doing that. Two more. Pick me. Boss stage. Gosh darn it. Oh. Oh. Okay. All the salvage guys, the guys that salvaged are here, including the 4 Vanny animatronics. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cassidy? It seems like no matter how hard I try, you just won't let me have my way, huh? Gosh, you really are stubborn. I don't want this all to end. I don't want my friends to leave me behind. I know what I've done is selfish. I know it's wrong, but I'm gonna let Henry take away the only friends I've ever known. Couldn't let you get in the way of keeping them here. I told the others there's nothing waiting for us after all this, but the truth is, I don't know what's gonna happen to us when we move on. When we reach the other side. And the thought of that terrifies me. What if there's nothing? What if after everything we've done, it's just black, total nothingness, an unending void, an eternity where I can't even find comfort in my own screams? I can't go there. I can't be forgotten. I can't be left behind. Can't it just stay this way forever? Thank goodness Fritz is not here. He would be drop-kicking a child. Listen, kid. I don't know anything about what it must be like to be stuck here for so long. I don't know what's on the other side, and I sure as hell don't know how to handle children. But whatever you end up facing there, it can't be any worse than spending an eternity here, right? I've only been here a week and I already hate this place. Can't imagine how you felt being trapped here. And hey, it's not like you have to go it alone, right? Your friends will go with you. But after all that I did, would they even still want to be my friends anymore? Look, I can't say for sure, but you still care about them, right? Don't you think they deserve better than to be stuck in a place like this? Maybe they'll be mad, maybe they'll need some time away. But if they do, you just have to work on yourself for them. You find it in yourself to become a better person for their sake. Yell when we're back at the menu. I want to see this for myself later, don't ask. Okay. Trust me, kid. As long as you have someone out there to keep fighting for. I gotta really take in the whole sentence before I say it out loud. As long as you have someone out there to keep fighting for, that's all you need. You gotta do what's best for them. You're right. It isn't right to keep them all down here. It isn't right to keep myself down here. Whatever's there for us after everything's over, they're still my friends. At least I believe that. Still, I don't like saying goodbye. I'll see you again someday, won't I? Well, hopefully not too soon. But you take care of yourself until then, alright? Yeah. It's time to go. Wait, oh. Health department smelt. Okay. Guys, do you see that above the pizzeria? Huh? Elements. Hey, the end. Thank goodness. What a horrible game. I'm sorry. That was a really good game. If you have terrible standards. I'm sorry. No. The game... It was great. The greatest flop I've ever had the displeasure of playing. Gosh darn it. Goodbye. Goodbye, father. With the mask having been left behind, Michael decided to take matters into his own hands. His loose ends have finally been tied up. Not enough gunfights? Yeah, not enough sniping. There should have been an animatronic. You need to shoot in the head. Free of Springtrap's influence, Vanabella snapped out of her obsession and reconnected with some of her old friends. She's become more involved in other fandoms now. Fantastic. I guess. The boss was able to secure a huge insurance payout after his establishment went up in flames. He wonders why he never tried burning the place down himself. Oh. Trying not to make a sarcastic comment level impossible. I'm just such a miserable human being. I don't have it in me not to. That's the guy that made Eugenics, right? Edward. That's Edward, right? After everything, Mike was just happy to finally spend some time at home. Okay. Time to do it on lunatic mode. Edmund Macmillan? Oh, Edmund, not Edward. Sorry. There we go. Ugh, gosh darn it. Phew, what a ride, huh? Oh, right, let me take this off. Hi there, Mike. Recognize me? Sorry for not showing myself sooner. I'm sure you're wondering where that little voice in your head was coming from. And, sorry about those 5 times I killed you, too. But hey, all's well that ends well, huh? Either way, it seems like what you said to Cassie really got through to him. Him and the others have all departed now. Which I suppose means I'd better be on my way, too. I can only imagine how happy my dad will be once he sees us all again. You know, I guess all this is to say, you're a real cool person, Mike. Thank you for taking this journey with us. I just want to do it with Fritz now just to see the dialogue changes, but it's probably not necessary. Okay. Finally. All right. There you go. That's my scream. That sounded like a car alarm. I think Cassidy was supposed to be the psychic friend Fredbear. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, anytime. Alright, any extras? Any extras I can look at here? The missing children. 3 cases of 1 and 1 case of 2. Right. Fazbear Entertainment's brand image never did manage to recover once those children went missing. I wonder why. And it seems it was precisely that which led to its ultimate demise. Though the restaurant's fame may have faded as the years went on, the spirits of the children remain, powerless to do anything as the mechanical cages they were forever confined to withered away with age, growing colder and lonelier by the day. That is until you came along. One of the few things that was present in the demo but scrapped in the final game was a cutscene with one of the missing children that you'd get if you met the requirements for what would ultimately become the ultimate route in the final game. This route probably underwent the most changes over the course of development and had the least clear direction at first. I do think what we ultimately settled on ended up being pretty cool, though it took a lot more time for us to get a grasp on what we wanted to do with it compared to Michael or Vanny's story routes. Then there's Oh hey, that's me! A funny thing about this game is that despite releasing after the second movie, pretty much everything about it and its plot was already set in stone long before it released. Meaning Charlie isn't anything like her movie counterpart in regards to her personality or her design here, thank goodness. The same goes for a lot of other characters in the game, though for the record, Mike and Michael were always planned to be two separate characters in this game from the very start of its development, so I kind of called that. Yeah. Let's see. The fact that this game is so goofy and unserious gives a unique opportunity, namely by setting the player's expectations so low, it meant that if we did decide to put in something deliberately creepy in the game, it would be way, way more effective. That was our whole philosophy behind Fredbear. We wanted him to feel like he was as out of place in this game as possible, not only for the aforementioned shock value, but also because it seemed appropriate for the route he was the final boss of. You know, seeing as it's the one where you, as a player, have to go out of your way to defy the intended structure of the game. Now here's the thing, I can't actually 3D model. In fact, nobody on the development team at the time this idea was conceived really had the know-how to pull it off. My backup plan was to just make Fredbear 2D and puppet animated like everyone else, just with more detail, airbrush shaded sprites, sort of like a Walton Files character. But luckily, we just so happened to know a guy who knew a guy, and that guy was Marco Antonio, who created Fredbear's model, and also that one Friday Night Funkin'. They have very similar acronyms, and did all this animations. I really have him and him alone to thank for Fredbear being as cool as he is here. His visuals turned out even cooler than I could have imagined, and certainly a lot cooler than what I could have done if I had stuck with the original idea. Five Nights at Frickbears movie win? I don't know. It'd be better than the ones we have. How would Fritz resolve that at the end? I don't know if he would. He's not a resolving kind of guy. So, I'm gonna just flat out say this is probably one of the best FNAF fan games. I would go as far as to say one of the best FNAF type games, even including the official games, we're probably ever gonna get. So, love it while it's here. This is gonna be my new standard for any FNAF game I play. Oh yeah. Bo. I see. That's cool. Is there anyone? There are some people that I have not ever died to. Died to him for sure. Is there multiple? Just different sides. Okay. Yeah, I got you. They are just kind of twitchy, aren't they? They're twitchy. Never died to you. Died to you a few times because you're annoying. Died to you a few times because I love you. I mean... Yep. Yep. There's a lot of there's a lot of text I could read here. Died a good amount of times to you. Yeah, I didn't realize whenever I got this that it was like all of them. Nah, it's just a visual, it doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. Springtrap is another character whose mechanic completely changed between Frickbears 2 and 3, though he's an especially funny case since he went from being arguably the single easiest character to deal with into to arguably the single hardest in 3. Maybe he's a bit unbalanced, but I fear him demanding as much attention as it does is fitting for the Are you sure? Springtrap was like arguably one of the easiest people to deal with for me. Like I died to him once or twice maybe. I mean, I might be able to see, but yeah, I don't recall really. They're sure hyping him up for someone I mostly ignored. Lefty was just annoying if you didn't get them in a corner, and that was about it. Am I gonna play the other two Frickbears games? I don't know, this just feels like such a standalone final thing on its own that I probably won't, honestly. Lefty's salvage value was originally $5 before rebalances to the upgrade economy required us to increase it. I really wanted to commit to the bit, even if that price was incredibly low for how hard he actually is to deal with in-game. Though tragically, the game's balancing came first. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lefty was, I think it's insane to call Springtrap difficulty the most unbalanced. Like, of all, between lunatic mode, hard mode, every single thing, anytime I had Springtrap, I didn't have him on hard mode. I never cared about Springtrap. He was fine. You could get away with like backing him off like a few times and he just wouldn't reach your office. So I don't know, that's a really strange opinion to have compared to every other character. I'm just trying to look through here, like, I'd say Pop Goes is more irritating to deal with than Springtrap. I mean, he just outright kills you if you miss him. You know? I'd say Music Man is more of an inconvenience than Springtrap, and he can't even kill you. He's just so much more annoying. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah. Springtrap just that's an odd note to make. Maybe I was just on just the exact wavelength I need to be on to perfectly combat Springtrap. I don't know. Whatever.
Curiosity killed the cat, but it won't bring it back.
Never died to Springtrap, but I've always had Retina Burner with him, so I don't know. Even then, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, to be honest, I would say this game, as far as its like timing with a lot of stuff, is pretty forgiving. Like, there are plenty of times I like panicked, accidentally spammed my mask or cameras, and I was not punished for it. It is ultimately quite forgiving as far as FNAF games go, I want to say. So let's look at how many trophies I've got. I've gotten 2 platinums. I'd say getting the ultimate ending and getting any ending with Fritz, especially salvage, I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. I don't think I really need to continue from here, but of course I could always do this, get every ending on Lunatic difficulty. I honestly don't really want to do that. Withered Freddy, if you got the timing down, I guess he wouldn't be too bad, but I mean, that's just like annoying. That is so annoying to have to deal with. He just walks back and forth the entire night. Like, once he's there, he's there. Well, here's the thing. I was fully expecting this entire stream to be me just working on, like, the lunatic ending, busting that out. But I did that, like, at the beginning and busted out the rest of the game. This actually went way better than I would have expected it to go. This game is kind of big. It's such a huge project. It's really impressive. You know? It's got a nice art style. It's got nice everything. I mean, the only bug I can think I encountered was whenever I was on the salvage night, sometimes the eyeballs that came down were completely invisible. If you saw my last stream, it didn't happen very often, but there were a couple times where I just couldn't see them for some reason. Luckily, it was always like the first one that spawned in, so it like had the text next to it saying, "Hey, pull me," and so I always found it due to that, thankfully. But actual nonchalant stream, I guess so, if you want to call it that. I mean, I'd say I did a pretty good job. Of course, I can now do all the boss rematches. Yeah. I don't know. I really want to say... I want to say salvage with all the animatronics that I had over the course of my game was more difficult than... I think it would be more difficult than the Nightmares or the Fredbear. Because whenever you're fighting Fredbear, you start at like 4 AM anyway. And versus the... I can't imagine the Nightmares would be that bad on lunatic mode, but I don't know. What did I do? I was Mike for this. I was Mike for this, because, yeah, the Vanessa... I got the lazy ending with Vanessa, and then I got the extra night ending with Jeremy, so I didn't even do any bosses with those two. Let's look at my statistics. I've died 129 times. And probably a lot of those were lunatic mode. I wouldn't worry about it. I guess you could kind of look at this as like a roguelike. Yeah. So I'm missing 11 entries and 9 animatronics. .104 divided by 129 is 0.806. What is that in reference to? Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So you can actually keep track on this. Yeah. It's cool. There we go. Okay, I can actually see now. So, if y'all want to know, Springtrap I had 3 deaths to. There are a lot of people I had just one death to. One-off deaths. But no, this is my... I have 3 deaths to Endoskeleton, man. Only 4 deaths to Lefty. You wanna know why? Because whenever I heard Lefty, I restarted the night so I wouldn't die to him. Yeah, so... approximately 81% of my deaths were, lunatic deaths, which is not entirely surprising. The door animatronics because of Night 5 lunatic? Yes. Yeah. That would be it. And Golden Fred, yeah. Basically, a lot of the basic animatronics, just because of how brutal the lunatic salvage boss fight was. But obviously, salvage 18. Even then, yeah. I mean, every single one of these is just going to be, except Pop Goes. Pop Goes was from Night 5, but most of this was just salvage night. It was, I'd say like probably most of my deaths are still from Night 6. Laser doors for the win. Ironically, laser doors are unfortunately terrible for Night 6. Oh well. Didn't think Circus Sorters would have actually saved me like that. It's so good. It's just consistent. It's good money. It's good soup. I did like abuse laser doors on Night 5 lunatic mode. To be fair, that was pretty wild. Laser doors and time skips were the only thing that got me past Night 5. And then I just skipped phase 5 of a salvage altogether from death coins. And if Helpy hadn't cucked me, then the stream would have been 20 minutes ahead. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Right, so that is 5 actual engageable animatronics that I'm missing. Yeah, it would be nice, but I guess I gotta get all endings with all characters, right? Oh, okay. Never mind, I am in fact missing 4 more. Huh. I can't make the nights any longer. I want to know what exactly the different difficulties affect other than just the actual amount of animatronics, because I would assume it would actually like affect AI levels and intervals, right? Or am I wrong? Because if I can adjust everything here, for instance, what's the difference between playing any different Night Guard here? It's like, is a 20 Freddy gonna be different between any of these characters? AI and Mindo costs? Okay, yeah. Could have just set all to 20, but I don't know. I'm sure this is possible. There's Freddy. Wow.
You'll huff and you'll puff, but you'll never blow me away.
Anyway, that's the attempt. Unlimited. Okay, yeah. Jump scare immunity, unlimited items, infinite power. Right, right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hmm. So we can see how many enemies we can block.
Oh, you're just the night guard I wanted to see. How you doing? I'm doing. I've been a little stressed out, actually.
I just blocked 4 people at once. Yeah, let's see.
Some of it's relatively fine. There's sometimes every once in a while I'll see the players shooting game, violent video games. It doesn't
Yay, more animatronics.
walls of our restaurant in this town. Fast bears and murder just don't go together. It's not right. We're a family. It's grown-ups are like this. I forget the line.
I can't really hear anything.
To feel safe. I don't feel right about it. Anyway, speaking of concern for the children, have you seen the pizzas that they've been I've been looking at them. I actually went to find the picture. Check it out. Some of the ingredients that have been there for a little longer than I think is safe, honestly. I really think they should address that as soon as possible. At least this who am I to say? I'm not really one for pizza.
You know, I don't think I'm cut out for stuff like this. Fraudy Bobo says hello, lo. There's layers to this one. You're just the night guard I wanted to see.
Stressed out, actually. Video game sponsors that we had. The guys that bring in the console for birthdays and such to play games. Normally, I'm not bothered by this. I've seen some of the stuff that the children play.
Have you seen this man? Name William Afton. That is 55, age, height 6'4", last seen. Okay. That's just Matthew Lillard.
It doesn't feel right in these halls, you know? In the halls of our restaurant in this company.
So many eyes looking at me. Wild prizes win big.
Just don't go together. It's not We're a family restaurant.
My eyes, sorry, my ears feel overwhelmed. Visit Junior's Bar and Grill. I just might. Keep in mind, 2 hours left. You think I could do this? Call Doug.
Some of the ingredients that have been there for a little longer than I think is safe, honestly. I really think they should address
I have yet to gamble a couple characters. I can no longer open my camera. Glitch trap disabled it. In fact, my fan is also disabled, so I'm probably gonna have a heat stroke. I passed out. Nothing else got me. I just got a right now, so. Also, I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, haven't I? I gotta edit some of this. Ugh. Anyway, well, that was a fun game. Really good, really well designed. I mean, what can you say? It's kind of hard to find a game with good art and good music and good programming and good story and good writing and good humor. And I just want you guys to recognize that this is like, I mean, this is probably just one of the best things you're ever gonna get out of the FNAF community. And I want you to really appreciate it and hold it dear. And I want you to, for the sake of the devs, draw as much Withered Chica art as you can. Because this guy deserves like a terabyte zip bomb of Withered Chica art. That's the least you could do for him. A yottabyte. I'll go as far as to say a yottabyte. Anyway. Great game. Yeah, one petabyte of Toy Chica sprites. Great game. Questionable character design on some of them. There's a point where you can say, you know, get your head out of the gutter, and then there's a point where you can say, okay, the gutter's like at an arm's length right now. My head's not in the gutter, and even I can see they knew what they were doing. I hate saying that. I hate looking at a video game character and it's just like, I don't know, woman. Just like woman video game character, and people say like, oh, they knew what they were doing. Because it's just like, maybe you just view everything through that lens because you just want it to be that way. But a couple of the designs in here and all the Withered Chica comments, I think they did know what they were doing, personally. And the Ballora balloons, which will not be mentioned any longer. Whatever. Aside from that, good game. It's full of heart, full of soul. It's just it's got it feels full. I don't feel a void in my heart. It doesn't feel like it's missing something. That's the best compliment I can give on any given game, honestly. It was a pleasant experience. I have no real criticisms. Other than like, I don't know. Could have made some of the characters' hips a little wider, but it is what it is. I will be awaiting either DLC or updates or Frickbears 4. That's probably not ever gonna happen. I don't know how you would top this. Or continue on from it in any way, honestly. My belly feels full after this. Me too. I do think that might be the Guinness. This game's getting an update. Gosh darn it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody that stopped by. I'm gonna edit this and get like 2 views on it probably. Because my channel is dead in the water, but oh well. Goodbye, everybody.